Alright, well, welcome to Module 4, Week 2. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a great one. I went to Egg Camp Des Moines this weekend, and it was a great time. There were about 120 people, and if you've never been to an egg camp, you should check them out sometime. They're kind of fun to go to. It's just it's kind of like an unconference. You go and you just kind of decide what you want to talk about with whoever's there, and then that's your day. So you actually create your sessions when you get there. And it's just a great experience, and I think as we look at the roles you'll have when you get done with your programs, and if you're working at a school, you're going to be a teacher leader, those kind of things, and being involved in doing those kind of things where you have a chance to talk with other teachers about what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's extremely important, so I would really encourage you to go to an egg camp sometime when they come across your screen. I know they're doing another Egg Camp Iowa in March, I think. I want to say like March 8th or 10th, somewhere around there. And they're going to have 5 sites this time instead of just 2 like they had last spring. So there'll be like 1 in Des Moines and then 1 in each of the corners of the state. So hopefully you'll get a chance to check those out. And, so let's get into the kind of housekeeping things before we get into what we need to do this week. As far as the weekly videos, I think I'm going to start posting those Monday afternoons. That way I have a chance to talk with Ping before we put everything up, make sure we're kind of firm with what we're going to do for the week. That way there's no last minute changes in there we need to worry about. And just a reminder that we are going to be doing a quiz this week, and the quizzes are over the readings, and if you haven't done the readings, you really should be doing them more than just taking the quiz. The readings really spell out what needs to go into each section as you're working on your projects together as a group. So really be looking at the readings. They're pretty easy, they're not very long, should take just a little bit of time, because when you think about it, it's kind of you're taking an online class. When you take an online class, since we're only meeting for an hour and a half together, that means you have another hour and a half of other stuff that you need to do, and that's kind of beyond the reading. So when you look at, oh, I have to do a discussion post, or I have to do the readings, or we have this assignment, well, some of that's homework and some of that's just regular class stuff that you have to do. So make sure that you're taking enough time to do not just the readings, but that you're being engaged with your partners in your group, working on your project, because that really is a student-centered activity that we're having you do on your own. So if you think about it, if we were here in Schindler Building taking this class over 3 hours, that would be, you would have an hour and a half of time on your own to work together as a group, and that's what we're trying to model through this online, where you have half where we're all together and half where we're kind of on our own. So make sure that you are doing the readings and that you are interacting with your peers on the project together. Because at the end, that's going to make everything go a lot easier. And if you have any questions about anything like that, or if you're having trouble just working or finding ways to work with others, whether it's like a technological barrier or a process barrier, or even just like a human barrier, something like that that we need to work through, please let us know. We will help you with that. So as we get to looking at what we're doing this week, let's pull this up here. This week, let's click on course content. Make mine look like yours. So if we're down in Module 4, and then into Identify Desired Results Team Components. So that's where we're working this week. And notice at the top we have some readings for you. They're pretty short, straightforward. I encourage you to do those. And then right after it, we have your assignment where you're going to be working on this next week, and it's kind of stage 1 on that model template thing that we're using. So go through this. There's some descriptors here, but again, read the book, because the book is going to give you more information about establishing goals or determining transfer goals. That's where you're going to find a lot of the rich content on what you're supposed to be doing. And ultimately, that'll make the assignment a lot easier. So if you kind of scroll through this, you have an idea of what we're expecting you to complete this week. And then what isn't up here yet, but we're working on getting that up, is the quiz. It's going to be an online quiz that you'll do during this week. And again, that is over the readings. Kind of a couple final notes here before I let you go. In the collaborative notes, if you scroll down, it's a little ways down. It's about midway on my page. Just from a couple times ago, Ping put in a comment about having clear understanding between the difference between a learning theory and a learning style. So I just want to point that out to you there, that those are there for you to look at, and I encourage you to look at that so you have kind of an idea of what we're talking about when we say learning theory, and then so you also have an idea of what we're talking about when we say learning style, because learning style is more of a learning preference. I like to learn by watching or learn by reading, where learning theory is very much different. So be sure you look for that. It is highlighted in red, so you want to look for that. Another thing you want to look for this week is an email from Ping about Thursday's class, some stuff that you'll need to be prepared for. We're going to do another group discussion thing, so she'll have some comments and kind of groupings things so you can get ready for that. Beyond that, pretty straightforward week. Just have some readings, an assignment, and a quiz, and then keep working on that group project. If you have any questions, you know where to find Ping and myself. So have a great week, everybody.